Hey guys! To commemorate us getting through all of our hot school candidates, we're going to be giving away a $20 Blizzard gift card. In the event that you want to try to win this, go ahead and follow the link in the description below. And good luck. And we'll see you guys all. Good morning, class, and welcome back to Hot School. Hope you had yourselves a great recess. In today's lesson, we will be covering Ragnaros. Ragnaros really excels in just kind of hoarding XP. He can do a good amount of damage as a melee assassin as well. He also has the ability to stop forts and keeps from taking any damage whatsoever for a certain amount of time by transforming into them and dealing some damage with that. So with all of that being said, let's see what we can get done with him here today. Alrighty, so we find ourselves on Sky Temple. On the friendly team, we've got Ragnaros, Imperius, Nazebo, Vala, and Deckard. On the enemy team, we've got Kael'thas, Thrall, Falstad, Imperius, and Tyrande. This should be a good match. I'm liking this. This should be a fun one. So the big things that we're going to be focusing on is trying to keep an XP lead as much as we can. We'll probably go into the Meteor build, which is also known as the Meatball build. A little fiery meatball of death. Gank nows. Alrighty. So at level 1, we're going to take the talent Shifting Meteor. So what this does is that it increases the damage that enemies take from our meteor every time it deals damage to them. And after hitting 75 heroes with it, the duration of it is increased, plus we get to shift direction of it in the middle of it. So our Q ability, which we just used, is called Empower Sulfuras, and makes our next basic attack do splash damage to everything around there. Typically, you don't want to use it randomly like I just did, but, well, that's what happens when you accidentally hit a button while you're trying to describe something. Our W ability is our Meteor skill. So what you do is you drop a meteor in the direction that you see here, or in the little circle that appears here in this big circle, and then you tell it what direction to go. So in this case, we're going to tell it to come back towards us to try to get that Imperius. Didn't really work. Our E ability is called Blast Wave. It gives either ourselves or an ally a little boost to speed. Let's see if we can get a meteor out there. Got a little bit of meteor damage there. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and avoid all this right now. Here you go. Save thyself. Oh, man, I want some meteor stacks. Ooh, that's a decent little stack. We're gonna go to top lane here. Good lord, peeps. Oh, man. They're just making it so tempting to go for the stacks. Oh, you know what? Thrall's gonna beat us in a race there. We're gonna get away from that Kael'thas. Avoid all of that. Just throw a meteor to kind of defend out that a little bit. I didn't think Thrall would chase me. I'd rather not fight Thrall. I don't want to stay mid. I'll go bot. Alright, so we're going to come in here, so we can do a base attack, then immediately hit our Q. So our Q, not only does it do the splash damage, it also heals us for the amount of enemies hit. So us using that in minion waves is a good way for us to kind of gain back a little bit of health. We're going to come up here to this Falstad. We're going to just drop a meteor there into the walls, which Falstad let hit him, so that works out good for me. We're going to kind of come back here. We're just doing that little bit of damage there, that little bit of siege damage to the buildings. We're going to drop a meteor in the back and pull it towards us. And we're going to accidentally click the lava wave there. You know what? We're going to come up here. Oh, damn. Wasn't too much I could do with the rotating Kael'thas. Didn't see him on my map. Didn't see it happening. So at level 4, we are going to take Fire Ward. So Living Meteor grants spell armor. So as long as we hit a hero with our meteor, we're going to reduce the spell damage from the next thing by 50%, which is huge. And that's going to be a big form of our sustainability, especially going against like a Kael'thas. Our team is pressed way too far forward there. So we're going to come down here because we need to help take care of this camp plus this push they got going on there. We got in some good stacks on that Falstad, so we got our spell armor from him. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and pop our trait. So our trait is called Molten Core, allows us to turn into a building here. We're gonna use this to kind of take out these minions safely. And help us deal damage to these siege giants before they can do too much damage to us. And so our abilities change, as you saw there. So our E ability becomes a just a damaging ability in a spot, and our W ability becomes kind of 3 little meteors, and our Q ability actually becomes a huge cleave spell or cleave hit that will. All right, go ahead and give our Imperious a blast wave there. Do a little bit of damage there. And we got spell armor, so as you saw, we didn't take really hardly any damage there. Gonna drop a meteor on him. Go ahead and take him out. We're gonna blast wave ourselves and get in on this Tyrande. Oh, that was a nice gravity lapse, powered up gravity lapse from the Kael'thas, but we were still able to get that. Tyrande. Cain used his scroll of sealing or whatever on the other side there. I'm not going to bother going to the top temple because by the time we get there, it'll be over. So I'm going to go down to the bot and try to get us some XP. At level 7, we are going to take Molten Power, which empowers our meteor based on the amount of heroes that it hits. Oh, where's my Q? So just like with Butcher and other heroes that have a basic attack like booster, I guess we could call it, when you use you want to use your Q ability after a basic attack, so you get immediate basic attack. So basic attack Q, and so you get your next basic attack like immediately. And we want to use the meteor towards us, so it goes through all of them a good amount of time. We'll go ahead and use our blast wave on ourselves, and then use our Q after doing our basic attack, so we can go ahead and do this. And we're really trying to get up as much XP as possible. And we're just trying to take as much as this as we possibly can. We should be trying to soak. They're trying to defend, but they're pushing 5 against us there. And there's no point in us to defend on that because they're going to win that. Whereas we can have more of an impact if we would focus on soaking. So I'm going to try to soak two lanes. However, this one's pushed up pretty far, so that kind of makes it a little bit more difficult there. So we're just going to try to take out that as much as we can. Okay, so we see them. They are disappearing from there. So we're just going to kind of be a little bit safer. Drop a meatball, and that should be enough to take out the rest of that wave. Now we're going to head back to bot to try to soak up that wave of XP. If we continue fighting the way we are, and... oh, gotta watch out for Falstad because he can do that. And we're going to go ahead and do this, move him a little bit, throw a meatball on him. If he wants to stay in it the whole time, he can. He'll lose about half his health to do so. We'll go ahead and hit that sippy cup. That's the one thing we gotta watch out for because Falstad does have that ability to be more global. We're gonna kind of use our blast wave. We're just kind of taking care of this. And we're just kind of taking out those minions as much as we can. That really doesn't bother me because I'm not really trying to press up on that right now. So we're gonna kind of come up here, take out that. At level 10, we're actually going to take, man, I want to take Lava Wave for the ease of getting us XP, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that. We're gonna go Sulfurous Smash. Sulfurous Smash is going to let us engage really hard and do a lot of damage with a stun. So basically what happens is we choose an area, pretty far area here, and a moment later a huge hammer comes from the sky, lands on the enemy, dealing a ton of damage, and also stunning them if they are in the center. So they take a ton of damage and get stunned, which is what we want out of life right now. So like you saw there on that Kael'thas, we gotta watch out. We want to get in here, but we're getting stopped by everything. Go ahead and take out that Imperious. We do damage to Thrall. We can heal off him, but we're not going to be able to heal enough. But our team's going to come up and help us finish that off. I was hoping that we could get that Thrall kill, and then I could hop in this building here. That was the goal. Our Imperious was really, really deep in there. However, he should... Oh, well, they should be able to get that Tyrande. And then if Imperious has a stab left, he can go ahead and take out that fall stab, but doesn't look like he had the stab. The stabby stab left. Okay, so we're gonna come up here, come to the mid lane. Zeebs is taking care of that wave on the top. So we're gonna go ahead and come into the mid lane here and try to do that. Now Lava Wave at level 10 would allow us to destroy all minions in a wave. Just basically pushes the wave all the way back to the enemy core. So it's really good as far as keeping lane pressure on the enemy. We're gonna go ahead and try to join our team down there. It looks like it's gonna be too late as they got a Pyro coming in on that Vala. If she's not careful, we're gonna immediately come into this here. Let's go ahead and stun. Do a little bit of damage. Really, I'm just trying to push them out as much as I can here. Try to do as much damage as we possibly can to this. Oof. We're gonna back off there. Give Kayn a little. Oh, I was gonna give him a speed boost, but Thrall got the root on him. I don't know what our Imperious was thinking, but he's doing a thing. Whatever that thing is, though. All right, we got in some good stacks there. Almost got it stacked up. Gonna come down here, take out this minion wave. Our team is just trying to go too ham by themselves, and it's just not panning out. They need to be a little bit safer, so that we can actually wait until we are a full team, because they're killing us right now because they're coming in as a full team. At level 13, we are actually going to take. Let's see, does this give armor when rooted also? Only when stunned. Okay, so we're not going to take that. I'd love it if rooted because of the Thrall. We're coming. To take out that Thrall. Stick to these guys. Oh, I thought we had a turn there. So yeah, so at level 13, we're gonna take Cauterized Wounds. What this does is it heals us for additional 40% of the damage dealt to heroes over 2 seconds after using our Q and hitting enemy heroes. Zeebs did a good job of picking up on this boss. I mean, we took out the Thrall, but we lost Vala and myself, so that was not worth it. It would have been better for us to just not go in. The Thrall is really giving us a lot of trouble because of his ability to sustain and the amount of burst damage that he's capable of doing. So we just got to be a little bit better at choosing our engages there. Just got to do damage on that as much as we can. So see, we need to stand out because of Earthquake, which is still lasting. All right, so we got a lot of that. Looks like we lost the bottom keep from the bottom objective. Vala's doing damage. It's gonna be enough. Come on, Meatball! Hey, Meatball did some damage. We're able to finish off the Tyrande. Trying to take this out as much as we can. Oh, God. Heal me, Kayn. We're gonna go ahead and pop into this building real quick. And I guess we're just gonna do some damage here, just because we can. Kind of a waste, but. Okay, level 16. We're gonna take meteor bombs. So at the end of our meteor path, our meteor will explode, dealing more damage. We're gonna come down here and kind of do this siege camp here. So we're gonna go ahead and tell our meteor to go that way, then tell it to come back the other way, so it explodes onto the remaining siege giant, and letting us do that damage there. I'll take care of this. Don't worry about this, Imperius. Do not concern yourself. And gonna just angle our meteor so it does that. Take that out. Take out these minions. And now we're gonna go ahead and rejoin the team. I got Sulfura Smash up, so we're doing okay. It may look like we're getting wrecked, but we're staying in there as far as XP and stuff goes. So. And just like that, we're gonna be back in this. Get a couple kills there. I can't really do anything because it's Earthquake lasting forever. But we will be able to actually get this temple, so there's that. I just gotta back off. I just want this biggin guy done. Get that regen globe from him. Looks like Falstad's pushing mid. Vala's going there. I don't know if Vala can do anything there, so we're gonna Hearth so that we can help out here. Come on, shoot the damn thrall. Move that to do some damage to her. We're gonna come down here. Drop a meatball on his face. Deal some damage to that Tyrande, so we can go ahead and take her out. Back up so for the gravity lap, so we don't get hit by that. We can go ahead and we can grab this boss real quick. So that was a good turn for us. Go ahead and drop this meatball on this boss. Turn it back so it does even more damage. Back! And do some more damage. Drop the meatball, turn it back, let it explode. Back out from that. And alright, we got ourselves a boss. Alright, now we can go ahead and use our meatball. Do damage here and then bring it back. It's gonna explode, and that's a dead minion wave. Level 20, we're gonna take heroic difficulty. And this is gonna allow us to use our trait and turn into buildings more often, and it gives us more health while we are in it. So we gotta be careful a little bit here. I'd love to grab some of these heals. Drop a meatball on the Imperius, bring it back, and explode it on him. But because we had that spell armor, that Pyroblast didn't do much damage to us. And we're gonna get in here, we're gonna go ahead and immediately Molten Core. Go ahead and take out that Falstad with the Molten Core. We're gonna go ahead and scare this Kael'thas as much as we can. Did we just win? Did we win? Go ahead and do more damage to that Kael'thas, and we're gonna win the game! Just like that. Boom! Ragnaros. We didn't do everything that needed to be done, but we did enough. And that's all that matters. 0 kills, 4 deaths, MVP. Does everything. Nah, he helped set up a lot of those. Alrighty, so how do we do in stat-wise? So we did our thing. We contributed a lot of XP. We did a decent amount of siege. We could have done a crap ton more if we took lava wave, but honestly, that sulfurous smash, being able to land those kills on like Taronda and really just kind of get those stuns and stuff in is really was really big for us. So build wise, level 1 we took shifting meteor, and so this was that. So we did more damage as our meatball continued to roll off our plate of spaghetti through our enemies, and then after we hit 75 heroes, we were able to change its direction, and it increased the duration. At level 4 we took fire ward, and this was so that we gained spell armor after hitting somebody with a meatball, which, as you saw, kept us alive with that Kael'thas using his pyroblast, doing very little damage to us as in comparatively. I guess, 50% less, but it's still. At level 7, we took Molten Power so that as every enemy that was hit by Living Meteor increased the damage of the next Living Meteor by 20%, up to a maximum of 100. So if in the event that if you hit all 5 heroes, you would end up having a meteor that would do 100% more damage. We took Sulfurous Smash at level 10 that way, so we could do more, basically just do more damage, help set up our team with some stuns. At level 13, we took Cauterize Wounds, which empowered our Sulfurous Hammer to heal for an additional 40% of damage dealt to heroes over 2 seconds. At level 16, we took Meteor Bomb so that at the end of our meatball, it would go ahead and explode, dealing more damage to enemies. And then at level 20, we took Heroic Difficulty, which increased our Molten Core health by 25%, and the cooldown was reduced by 50 seconds, so we could go ahead and pop into buildings more often. However, that was really just kind of at the end of the match, so it didn't really matter too much as far as the duration, because we only got to use it one more time. Other talents that you can take, if you go more into like a Q build, which you do see from time to time with Ragnaros, you see Sulfurous Hunger. So every time Empower Sulfurous kills a minion, its damage is increased by 1 up to 30. But after getting 30 kills, it increases it by an additional 90. So your Q does 120 more damage. Where if we look at what the Q does, we actually heal for 20% of the damage dealt. So that ends up being even more healing that's coming to us as well from that Q ability. And then a level 4, a lot of times I'll see people take Slow Burn, which has the Blast Wave Explosion, so our E ability will slow enemies, so it's always a good thing to keep them kind of slowed and near you. I typically like the Spell Armor more because I want the sustain ability, especially in that match with that Kael'thas being on the other team. At level 7, if you're going to Q build, you would go Hand of Ragnaros, and this so as long as if your Sulfurous hits at least 2 enemy heroes, it restores 10 mana, and its cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds, bringing the cooldown down to 2 seconds. So you can get a lot of Qs out if you're in the thick of it. And then obviously you could take either Lava Wave or Sulfurous Smash. Lava Wave is in most cases really good if you're wanting to just keep up wave pressure, because it instantly kills all enemy minions. And then it does damage to heroes too if they get caught in it in the middle of a team fight. So it can be used to kind of shut off an exit or anything like that if you time it well enough. At level 13, you could take Cauterize Wounds like we took there, so we can get more healing out of our Q. But if you have heroes that are stunning you a decent amount, you can take Resilient Flame, and this is going to give you that 40 armor. So if you're going against like a Diablo or ETC, basically a lot of frontline warriors, Resilient Flame would be a really good choice there. And then even Tempered Flame has its place as far as you gain shields equal to 100% of the damage dealt by your blast wave. So that's kind of another option that you take there. At 16, if you're going to Q ability, you would take Giant Scorcher, and what this does is it burns enemy heroes for 9% of their maximum health over 3 seconds. So not only are you doing more damage with the initial hit, you're taking out 9% of their health for over 3 seconds. Plus, if you're hitting 2 of them, you're getting your cooldown down to 2 seconds. So that's potentially a huge damage increase. Now it doesn't heal you, but it's still more damage that you can have coming out. Now we could have taken Flames of Sulfuron, which would have allowed our Sulfurous Smash to stun them for longer and allow the outer ring to deal or to slow enemies by 50%. So that's also really good. If you're doing a lava wave build, you can take lava surge, and so you can basically just choose two lanes, and boom, you've just cleared out the lanes all the way out to the core, and you don't have to worry about it. Lava wave is really good on maps like Brax's Holdout because it can just decimate the Zerg wave. I've had matches where I was the only person left alive on my team, and the enemy had a full Zerg wave. And between two lava wave charges and then me hopping in the building, I was able to take out the entire Zerg wave. It's pretty overpowered, especially in that circumstance. And then you can also take Submerge, and what this does is it heals you and makes you just kind of in a stasis, so it'll avoid something like a pyroblast or something if you know some big damage is coming, plus you get a heal out of it. So it's kind of a big benefit in that regard. However, I tend to like some of the other talents a little bit more. But that was Ragnaros. Who is next? It's gonna be Raynor, old Jimmy. So with that being said, I hope you guys have yourselves a great rest of your day, and we will see you guys all next time. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more gaming content. It really helps me out. It doesn't cost me anything. Thank you again. Have a great day.